I had a hobby too. Mine happened to be guns and ballistics, and I studied guns and ballistics as much as I could, and I wrote an article about high velocity.
So out of all my years working at Weatherby, the last 5 have been some of the most exciting. Working with Adam, with him running the company.
And to think that I get the opportunity of carrying on my grandfather's legacy 75 years later here in Sheridan, Wyoming, I mean, it really is a dream come true.
Oh, I'm home. Thank God I'm home.
On Our Mark, the Weatherby Podcast.
Welcome back to On Our Mark, the Weatherby Podcast. We're fresh back from Alaska. We had an awesome trip.
Yeah, man, going to Alaska in the middle of the summer is different than any other hunt I've ever experienced. I feel like I'm still on Alaska time, which is always going somewhere.
It also put me one step closer to completing an unwritten goal, which would be to kill a big game animal in every month of the year.
Oh, yeah.
So
we had a sweet podcast on that, too.
You killed yours in July, and I killed mine in June.
Yeah. July would actually, I think, a tougher month.
It might be.
Because down here, we were hunting bears. So down here in the lower 48, we've got till June 15th most places.
I think I've got March and April. That's all I got left.
Yeah. What would April? It could be early spring. Spring bear is weird because you got lower 48 in Idaho starting April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alaska, we just hunted till July.
It's essentially year round.
Yeah. It's pretty much year round there.
It's kind of funny that the season goes to June 30, but another one starts up July 1.
Yeah. That was actually interesting because you have to have, for Alaska, you have to have 2 sets of harvest tickets. And it's interesting. I had to use the other set, right? So 2024 started July 31st or July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip for lots of reasons. We caught a lot of fish.
We did.
Like a lot.
A lot of big fish, too.
And we had a great time. We used some new products.
We did.
Multiple new products, actually.
There was pretty much new products all over that boat.
And we were with some great people.
Yeah. That's actually like kind of the highlight of the trip. It's like where hunting takes you. One of my favorite things is like the people you get to meet and the people you get to hunt with.
Yeah. You could meet some of these people that were on the trip with us if you're listening to this podcast.
That is true.
How could they do that?
So we are planning our 2nd annual film festival, and one of the films going to be featured is going to be from our friends at Hushin. So Casey, Logan, Brian, Maddie, Eric wasn't there, but they're all going to come to our film festival and premiere this video that we just shot literally last week.
Yeah.
So
and the culmination of that video is a new thing.
Yeah.
So
new product. We're actually going to do a live product launch of this product.
So hot tip.
At the event. So anyone who comes to the event is going to get a sneak peek because we won't actually launch to the public until like the next day.
So that's going to be here in Sheridan.
Yeah. So
Sheridan, Wyoming, July 31st. Is that a Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday evening. Yeah. So, and some people ask us why we do it in the middle of the week. Honestly, here in Sheridan, people are so active on the weekends going to the mountains. We try to keep it far enough away from hunting season that like last year we had it closer to September and people are like, I'm leaving.
I'm already scouting for elk. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's in the middle of the week. Doors open at 6. We're going to have a lot of cool things there. We're going to have, you can get food, drink.
It's a super cool venue. The Wyo Theater, downtown Sheridan. We did it there last year. Super fun. We're kind of like tripling down. I think we've got, I'm going to leave out some of our conservation partners on accident, but we're going to have multiple raffles going on through our conservation partners, which Wyoming RMEF, Mule Deer Foundation, DU, Muley Fanatics, and Wild Sheep of Wyoming. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out.
I think you nailed it there.
But they're all going to be on site. There may even be live music. There should be live music unless something weird happens. And you can also like have some beer and stuff for purchase at the concession stand. So
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a fun night. Let's maybe back up a step. So we're showing 4 films that we've produced in the last year.
I just fast forwarded to the end.
Yeah,
Shoot.
yeah. So maybe back up. So we're kind of doing a community event. We did one of these last year. It went really well. There was a little bit of construction downtown this year. There's no construction, so the WYO Theater is wide open.
Yep.
But essentially, we're going to share 4 of our either partner films or films that we made this last hunting season. That's going to feature some cool adventures, but then also some of our products. We like to pride ourselves at Weatherby that we like to go out in the field and like create content. So all of these are partner or self-made content pieces. So
Yeah, it was. You know what? I was on a few of these trips. That's pretty fun.
yeah, you filmed 2 of them and we're on one of them. So
Oh my gosh. Am I the right person for this job?
So just going through the videos that we are going to show, we pretty much finalized. This is going to be the lineup. So the first one, it's into high country, chasing elk under a solar eclipse. So a lot of people on social have asked about Adam's elk he killed last year. He killed a great bull.
Yeah, and we did a podcast about that.
We did do a podcast.
And I was on that hunt. That was an awesome, awesome hunt.
Yeah.
We're pretty darn positive we pulled the biggest bull off of the mountain.
Yeah, I feel you guys definitely did. Infinite Outdoors was a part of that one. So this is now the film that we're going to pre-release to anyone who comes to the event. It won't release until September. So again, all of these films are going to be kind of like sneak peeks that if you show up, you're going to get to see beforehand. So there's that one. Really excited about that. And then we have Amending Fences, which is a Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation film. They actually did some fence pulling project right here in Sheridan and Buffalo.
Right on. Yeah.
So this is really just talking about that relationship with, I think this one was with National Forest. I was actually on this event too, so there was a lot of good partners like Onyx, Bass Pro Cabela's that were a part of it, and we literally pulled woven wire from like 100 years ago and replaced it with wildlife friendly.
Oh,
fence.
like a good 3-strand where the bottom is pretty tall so that
So things can
antelope
go under,
and
there's
fawns are able to get under pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get like really nitty gritty into the science behind those fences, where it's like a certain height so that like
it's a
birds
specific
don't
height.
hit it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's cool.
but the film turned out great, and it's a cool film about where does your dollars actually go. So like when you're spending money with Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Ducks Unlimited, all these things, it's kind of a cool perspective, and they did it right in our backyard of Sheridan. So pretty cool.
Super cool. And then after that is In Pursuit, A Tale of Two Sheep Hunts. If you were at Sheep Show, you may have already seen a preview of the, let's call it slightly abbreviated version. This will be the full version of the sheep hunt last year that we also did a podcast on, but that was up in the Yukon Territory last August with Adam and Brenda. And Brenda shot the biggest caribou in the Yukon in this film, and Adam gets a great ram and a awesome wolf. It is worth coming
Yeah, to see the
just to see Adam's reaction after killing that wolf.
I've like it just like hits so hard on the like why we do things in like so much passion. He is so excited.
I've spent a lot of time with him the last 6 years, highs and lows. I've never seen him more excited ever. Like,
which is funny
nothing.
because the day before that he killed a great ram.
He did, and he was thrilled, like pumped. But I think this the way that this wolf goes down. Like Brenda was hunting, it wasn't a planned thing. Like we had wolf tags, but it wasn't like we're looking for wolves. We were on our way to just to kind of look for caribou or for Brenda, and we're like 350 yards from camp. Like we're still just getting settled in our saddle. You know, you're adjusting your pants and all that, and all of a sudden we just see like kind of on the horizon this wolf just like sitting there watching us, and it sounds like mean that Adam just like grabbed the rifle from Brenda, but it totally worked because Brenda doesn't like to be like hustled to shoot, and he knew that, and so this wasn't gonna be a long drawn out deal. He just grabbed it, laid down, boom, dead wolf.
Yeah.
And I think it just surprised him. It was so fun.
Yeah, it's like on the sheep, they were there for a mission. They're on a mission, right?
Yeah.
Like everything was building up to that moment. But then the wolf's a bonus, so you're like surprised.
It was super fun. I was surprised. I almost didn't get the shot. It was probably shaky and all that, but it just happened so fast. It was super fun. But I did get the shot, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that film in particular is one of my favorite on this whole lineup, just because it is much more than what you even just said there. With
It's blended with.
It's blended with another hunt, another DIY super tough hunt, and it's a cool contrast of like why we get out there and hunt. So again, that one hasn't been released fully to the public. So again, that'll be another sneak peek on that one. So.
And then last is that what we just got back from that Alaska cast and blast. So it was an absolute blast of a trip in Alaska. I'm really glad I didn't go to Alaska when I was like 18.
Oh, we talked about that the whole time.
There's
I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
way I would be here right now.
Yeah.
My life would look not anywhere near as good, but it would look a lot different. I know that.
Yeah.
It like pulls at your heartstrings.
It was just like, man, we fly to Anchorage and then we'd have to drive to Homer, which at the end of the day, I was like kind of pumped that we ended up driving just because we got to see so much of the Kenai Peninsula, and it was very cool. And that's the trip hadn't even started at that point.
It's just epic.
It was 12, like midnight. I think that might be in the film, but it would be midnight and we're driving and it's light out.
Yeah, the whole thing is just nuts. Everything about Alaska doesn't make sense, but it's awesome.
So yeah.
So if you can find a way to get to Sheridan on July 31st, look, we've got 2 flights a day in and out of this place, and it's pretty awesome. Service on United through Denver. All you got to do is book a flight on the early flight, or you could get in. I think it's the 9:30 it arrives to Sheridan, or you can come in the night before, and then you can go out at 5 the next morning. You probably get to work on time.
yeah. So it's gonna be a fun event, and tickets are $15. And if we make any money, we're gonna donate that back.
But it's not a money making thing. It's really just to cover the cost of the theater rental, and we actually lose a lot of money because we give all the guns away to these conservation groups to do raffles, so they can raise money. But it's just another way for us to give back. But it's just fun. Yeah. It's just fun.
And for your paid entrance ticket, you do have a chance to win an Alpine CT, which is a new one from us.
Yeah.
So
game on with that.
Yeah.
Last but not least, there's also a photo contest new this year.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So photo contest. We really want to try to, and like this is evolving for us, this event, and we want to try to bring and let people be like interactive and be a part of it. So this year we came up with the photo contest idea. We got 5 different categories. So essentially we're going to pick a photo from each category. So I think the categories, I got it written down here somewhere. It's a trophy image, wildlife image, pack out image, adventure image, and then like a youth category. So we are going to pick a photo from each.
A picture of a youth or a picture by a youth?
Picture by a youth.
Just want to be clear.
Yeah, you have to be. That one's under like for being amateur photography kind of thing.
Right
so, each category winner is going to win $100, and then the best one of those 5 gonna win an additional $400. So.
Sweet. So big money up for grabs for those will be like Weatherby bucks you could use here in our showroom.
Yeah. And it's one of those things too where there's no limit. If you go to on this one, it's pretty easy. You go to our website and just enter the photo contest. You can enter as many photos as you want in each category. We're just going to pick the best ones. So
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Am I going to MC this thing again like last year? How do we haven't really sorted that out.
We haven't totally figured that out.
Figure it out.
It'll probably, since again you filmed a bunch of these, you probably will have a part in hosting
There's some form of Team Weatherby hosting. The Hush guys will be there on site. Casey and Brian are both planning to come, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Maybe we'll make them host. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And just fun. With each of these films, again, it's going to be interactive. We're going to be like, hey, does anyone have any questions about this film? So there'll be like a 5 to 10 minute thing in between each film where you can ask questions, which was kind of fun last year too.
That was fun. We'll probably have some other random like kind of door prizes. We did that last year too. It was really fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of good industry partners like Stone Glacier, Onyx, All In, Mountain. I'm gonna miss a bunch of them, but they're all we'll have some good door
We
prize
need to
stuff.
partner with like Toyota, KTM.
Yeah. It's a giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a big deal. So you should figure out how to come.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for sure. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we're missing here.
No, I don't feel like there is. I just remember that was just a really fun night. There's not a lot of chances to interact with a brand like on a super personal level. We have a ton of our employees there. We're actually doing we call it a writers event or a media event the days leading up to that. And so we'll have some of those kind of VIP guests there with us. Some big names in the outdoor writing
Are we allowed
industry.
to say a couple of those? Some of them are big YouTube guys too.
I think so.
So yeah, Ron Spomer is going to be in attendance.
Yeah.
So super knowledgeable about firearms and stuff.
Yeah.
He's kind of I grew up reading him when I was younger, so it's kind of a cool moment. He's a good resource. So he's going to be in town. And then Adam.
And Mr. Hootie Hoo.
Yeah, Mr. Hootie Hoo. Big YouTube following for him. He is one of my favorite people on YouTube. So
He's just a great guy too. Just all around.
yeah, he's gonna be fun. I know he's super personable. It's like he's like famous for like responding to every one of his comments on YouTube. So he's just a good guy to meet in person.
I bumped into him more than once at SHOT Show this year, just kind of wandering around, just talking to everybody, just being friendly, just being a great guy. I saw him doing the same thing at NRA the year before.
Yeah.
Just whoever.
It's so funny because you'll just get a message from him randomly and be like, I just found this 257 ammo on shelf and I'm going to go test it. I'm like, that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's cool.
Yeah. Great guy. And a couple other like more print focused writers as well. And from multiple of our media partners. So it's going to be a busy week for us.
That is going to be a very busy week.
July's been a busy month for us.
That's usually our slow time, but there's no such thing as slow time.
Yeah, they keep saying that it's going to. I think I'm the one that keeps saying it's going to slow down, but I guess it's a lie.
Yeah, that's what this bear trip, it was pretty funny. Someone's like, I know it's not hunting season, so you need to answer your email. I was like, it can always be hunting season.
Yeah, we have a podcast on that. We need to do another one, but only big game.
That would be a good one. Because last year we did a good mix.
We did
like
a good
ducks and all the things.
Yeah, we should do like two more. One that's just birds and one that's just big game. Be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because now I've got to fill these couple months in that I haven't been able.
Haven't hit. Yeah, I definitely have not hit August. That's a cool.
Yeah, March. This sounds like New Zealand. You know,
March does sound like New Zealand. See, we need to if we did that, we'd have to do a March, April, because I did Aoudad. So from that thing that we were talking about, I was able to pick up an Aoudad hunt within that. So I did that in March, which was a fun off-season one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to go on the border again. So.
Yeah.
I think, I shot the bear on the 29th of July. June. What month is it?
Yeah. So, cool.
Yeah. All right. So where can we get more information?
So you can get tickets at the Wild Box Office Theater, or there's going to be a link down in the description here if you're on YouTube or any of the things. I think we can pretty much put links. So there'll be tickets. So if you can't find the link, it's just going to be there's a link on the Weatherby website too. So.
Yeah. So get some tickets and get your flights, get your cars, get your kids, get your dogs, whatever you need. Come up to Sheridan on July 31st, 6 p.m., and we're going to have a great time.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm home. Thank God